Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Phil DeVasto here today at Hosmer Chiropractic Health, and we're going to talk a little bit about your feet today. Here at the clinic we see a lot of plantar fasciitis patients. We see a lot of just foot and ankle pain, whether it be from running, cycling, or just everyday life. And one of the best ways to self-treat that is with lacrosse ball and the ground, and just getting in on some of those deep intrinsic foot muscles and trying to just loosen some of that stuff up, because that's a common theme that we see with a lot of the foot issue, is that there is a lot of spasm in some of those deeper foot muscles. So it's kind of easy stuff, but I wanted to just talk about an effective way to make sure you're getting in and getting the full area treated. So definitely going to need a lacrosse ball. I've had patients try this with tennis balls or whatever else, and they're just too soft. Golf ball is another one that works. It's got the right firmness, but it can be a little bit too small sometimes. It works, but we're a big fan of the lacrosse ball. It's just a little bit bigger and feels like it gets into the tissue a little bit nicer. What I want you to think about when you're rolling through the bottom of the foot with this ball is think about the bottom of your toes, and you got 5 different rays, and we're gonna roll from the heel to up the first ray to the first toe, and we're gonna roll up to the second, third, fourth, and fifth. Starting at the heel and rolling up. That's going to be our first. Exercise, is just spending time rolling through. So, again, I like to do it seated because I can put as much or as little pressure on this ball as I want. If you're really tender right at the heel, at the attachment of that plantar fascia, you're going to want to go really light there. But as you start getting up into the foot, you could actually use your hands and lean into it a little bit. Even just kind of shifting your weight over the foot is going to put a lot of pressure there. And then it's just nice and slow movement as you roll all the way up to the ball of the foot on that first ray, and come back nice and slow, and then think about rolling all the way back up to the second ray. And you're going to repeat this for every ray, so eventually you end up way out on the outside of the foot, rolling slowly up just to that little toe and back. So once you've gone through and you've gotten most of the tissue worked out in the long axis there, what we're going to think about doing is getting in on some of the arches. So I want you to just kind of get back on the heel, and in this case what we're going to do is we're going to roll from side to side, and again nice and slow rolls, and with these I'll do at least 3 or 4 passes through, and as I go each time, if it feels like I can go deeper, if it feels like I can take a little bit more of that good pain, then I'll just kind of lean into it a little more. Eventually I might have a lot of my weight pushing in there as I'm rolling back and forth, but to begin with I might just be going a lot lighter. And as I get up higher into the middle of the arch, I'm going to repeat the same thing, kind of just back and forth across that arch, and then again way up at the forefoot, and you can just kind of get in there and work from the 5th digit all the way over to the inside of the foot. That's probably the most effective way to get in and make sure you're getting the entire base of the foot covered. I'd try it on both sides, see how it feels, and you're going to want to spend at least 5 minutes in the bottom of the foot really slow working stuff out, and try it a couple times a day and see if you notice a difference. Take care.